how can you take the worst thing that has ever happened to you and make it the best thing that has ever happened to you? And that's all about perspective, right?
Yeah. No, I've always said that, I turned my pain into purpose. And that right there has really just thrived in my life.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Tim here with the TMA Connection. It's a local podcast that focuses on the people in our community, the businesses in our community, and the organizations in our community that are making a difference in the life of others. And today, we got a packed house in here. We have 4 wonderful women. 3 are on camera. One is off right now. We got Wendy Beck, founder and executive director of Rage Against Addiction. And she brought in 2 other guests with us today. Kuzma. Kuzma is in the real estate industry. We've worked together before, even though every time I see her, I have to be reintroduced again, but that goes for another show. And then we also have Rachel Bongiorno. Tara is the chairman of the board of directors for Rage Against Addiction, and Rachel Bongiorno is the program director of Daughter's House. Ladies, let's try this again. What you don't know is that we started about 10 minutes of recording and realized we were not recording. So this is going to come off even smoother, even better. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Hello.
All right. So let's get down to business here. Your organization, Rage Against Addiction, I heard of it from other people. And so I was very excited about getting you in here. You have a big event coming up, which we're really going to promote. But let's get down to the foundation of everything. What is your organization, Rage Against Addiction?
Rage Against Addiction is a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to provide awareness and support to anyone that struggles with drug and or alcohol abuse, including the family. It was founded in 2014 when I discovered that my daughter was struggling with a heroin addiction, honestly, and it was designed to put in some safety nets on some services that I felt like were not happening for her, even though I knew a lot of it was her own decision whether she wanted to use the resources that were provided. But as these ladies can tell you, 10 years ago was a lot different than it is today. There's a lot more resources today. At that time, I was struggling to find a way to get her the help that she needed. And that was kind of what facilitated me meeting Tara. She had a family member that was struggling with addiction when we first met, and so we joined forces, and she was with me at Rage from the very beginning. And then from there, she introduced me to Rachel, who was in new recovery, and she started volunteering with Rage, and now she is the program director. So we've come a long way.
Yeah.
We have multiple programs. We have sober living houses for women in Harford County. We have 3 of them. 2 are abstinence, and 1 is a maintenance house, which is the first of its kind in Harford County, and Rachel can go into a little bit more about that. And then we have a few other programs which are not considered small, but the sober living is like the bulk of what we do. We do some funding to people, residents who are trying to get into sober living houses, not only in Harford County, but in and around Maryland. We have RAA's ABC, which New Moms in Recovery. We provide them with a postpartum care package, which is a predetermined list of baby needs to get them started. It's like a mini baby shower, I like to call it. So we have women who, are newly in recovery and have their baby, and they'll reach out to us and we provide them with that. And then we have some resources for kids as well, and we work with other organizations in the county and in other counties to just kind of direct people.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Man, that's a lot going on, right? And breathe, right? That's amazing. And so you mentioned Rachel. You had actually you have overcome addiction.
Yes.
And give us a little bit of background about that.
So I'm a person in long-term recovery. I struggled with addiction for about 18 years. And I just celebrated 6 years clean.
Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and I think being on the team of Rage Against Addiction has really helped me in many ways by giving back, by helping people. It helps me, and I'm just grateful to be here. And yeah.
Yeah. I think it's amazing when people go through a struggle in life and they're able to take that struggle and turn it into something positive. Can't remember who said it, but how can you take the worst thing that has ever happened to you and make it the best thing that has ever happened to you? And that's all about perspective, right?
Yeah. No, I've always said that, I turned my pain into purpose. And that right there has like really just thrived in my life. So.
Yeah. In my younger years, I certainly had some tough choices to make and hanging out with the wrong people and got involved with, drugs and alcohol, and could have really gone down a crazy road. And there was a defining moment where I just had to say, all right, this is getting out of control, which kind of leads me to my next question, because people have this question. It's like, when does drug use or alcohol use become abuse and addiction? Where is that line?
It's a difficult line, honestly. For me, I would say, and I can picture myself saying to a friend at one point in my life, I just cannot stop. It took over my life. And so there's lots of opinions on whether the disease of addiction is a disease or if it's not. But for me, I think that I was born with a disease, and once you put that first one in you, that's where you open the door to that world. So it's a different, lots of opinions out there about it and stuff like that. So it's hard.
But just because you are born with something doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get out of it.
Correct.
And you're living proof of that. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Speaking of these misconceptions, people have their opinions and their judgments on people who struggle with addiction and stuff like that. What do you think's one or two of the biggest misconceptions that people have, and what would you say to kind of object to that misconception?
I think that they're uneducated on the topic, first of all. They don't realize what people are going through. And I do believe that, you are born with it. I think it's genetic, and it is a brain disease, as we talked about. And I don't really know a lot of the science because I'm not a scientist, but there is this determined, genetic, I don't even know what you want to call it.
A predisposition,
that it's in there, and it's triggered by use, maybe it's triggered by trauma, and then from there it just kind of takes hold. So I think people don't understand that it's not a decision. I mean, maybe it's a decision to have alcohol or to smoke weed or do whatever, but I feel like there's a lot behind that people don't understand. When we meet the ladies that come into our houses, there's not one size fits all. There's not one reason why they come in. There's childhood trauma, there's abuse, there's just, alcohol that started as a teen. There's I can't it just keeps going.
It doesn't seem to discriminate against it's just for rich people, or it's just for poor people, or it's just for people of one color or another color. It does not discriminate.
No, and like I said before, I feel like the resources over the past 10 years have, there's been a lot of attention on addiction, and there's a lot of ways, there's all types of paths to recover, which wasn't necessarily there, when my daughter was struggling, or even you probably didn't even know of a lot of, how do I get help? Now I feel like it's a lot more. There's a lot more resources to help people, and that I think that's one of the things that the big misconception is that they can get help now.
Right, and there's a lot of different programs and resources that we talked about already. With that, and one of the biggest things that's going to really help you ladies out is a memory walk. A memory walk coming up in April. Am I correct in saying that? So Let's talk about that, because I think that's super important, and that's what we're really trying to get out there to the community. So tell me more about this memory walk.
Well, this is number 7. So this is our 7th year of having the run. My daughter did pass away in 2015.
I'm sorry.
So that was really the catalyst to starting the walk as a memory walk. And then we were realizing a lot of people were in recovery, so it became the Memory Walk Recovery Run. And Harford County has been involved, from the beginning. In 2020, we had to have a virtual platform because we couldn't gather to have the event. So now we have the in-person and the virtual. So that's why we're saying, you don't have to live in Harford County to have to participate. You can live anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. We have
all across the country last year.
our winner was
Wow.
Wisconsin or Michigan or something.
Get out of here. So okay, again, taking something that might have been a negative like COVID has kind of helped you out to go even further outside the boundaries of Harford County.
Yes.
Wow.
The virtual route starts in Harford County and it goes to Ocean City, Maryland. We just kind of picked something that was familiar to everyone. So
Sure.
basically you log in, you create your team, or you run individually, and you can track your miles. So you can see the progress of everyone getting to that end goal. And then we're going to have a fundraiser in OC on the 30th or 29th. I'm sorry. I'll get the exact date for you.
Okay.
At OC Eats. And it'll just be a fundraiser just to kind of wrap up our month, and this will be the first time that we've done that, so we're excited about that as well. So we have the virtual walk, which is the entire month of April 1st through the 30th.
Okay.
The in-person run is a kickoff, which just happens to be on the 1st of April this year, and then we have that ending fundraiser on, I believe, the 29th, which is Saturday in Ocean City. So we're excited. We're growing, we're expanding. You can create teams. Tara always runs virtually through the entire month of April. She can tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah. Tara, grab the microphone there.
Okay.
Give everybody a little bit of an idea of what you're doing, and maybe even some people will match what you're doing.
Okay, so, I joined Rage Against Addiction when my cousin overdosed and passed away. He and I were very close, so trying to deal with that. I had some friends reach out to me telling me, they were like, hey, this lady's starting this thing. Do you want to meet her and get involved?
Yeah.
Sure. So Wendy and I met for coffee, and I've been working with her ever since. But I have joined Rage and done all the events with Rage in his memory and his honor. So what I do during the memory run and walk is we create a team in Johnny's name. You can create a team for any loved one that you want to, if you have somebody struggling, you can create a team. But I have one in his name, and what I do the entire month of April, I run my miles to Ocean City, so my 100 miles.
It is 100 miles to Ocean City?
Well, we map it out to
I think
it's
it is.
100, right. We
Okay.
run from Harford County to Ocean City, we've mapped it out, so it's about
So
100.
100 miles in a month.
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's Tara, remember?
Hold on, please, hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
All right.
I run my 100 miles to Ocean City, and Johnny and I run together, so I run Johnny's 100 miles. Last year I ran 225 miles the entire month of April, so I did his 100, my 100, and 25 miles for his age when he passed. And then I always donate back dollar for dollar the miles that I run through the month to Rage Against Addiction in his memory. So
Wow.
it's a cool event. I mean, it's competitive too, so it's cool to see all the people that support us and that are out there walking and running. People post pictures of, hey, I'm out taking my walk today.
Yeah.
Miles. So it's a really nice interactive event. And like we were saying, it stretches across the country now. So we've got so many people that do this.
So that's okay. That brings me to a good question then. How many people has this grown to? And is there any goal this year to surpass last year?
We've had, 1,000 people at
We've had 1,000, over 1,000 people in person before COVID.
Okay.
And then once we had COVID, we had to go to the virtual platform. And then last year was our first year back. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah.
2021. Because 2021, we couldn't do it either.
Right.
So
Okay. So 2022 was the first year that you could do it.
So we were probably about 800.
I think we were right around 800.
800. So we're
Pretty good for not having in person.
It's it's bittersweet because a lot of these families have lost. COVID was not kind to the addiction community at all. lot of isolation. Numbers definitely went up, so a lot of families were struggling. So, it is bittersweet, but we do have people that come and run, because they're in recovery or for someone in recovery. So it's not just about loss, it's about hope. So we always say it's an event for love, loss, and hope. And that was kind of like the cornerstone of the very first run. It was like our mantra. And we have a memory wall there. People come and they write, messages to their loved ones. We try to do a big group photo. We have members of the community that speak, either people in recovery or people who have fundraised for us, and it's really awesome. The county executive has been there.
Wow.
Yeah, we're very grateful.
A lot of support.
Yes.
A lot of support. And so, how can individuals and how can businesses help you guys as you get closer to the walk?
Sponsors.
We need sponsors. Okay.
You can do all that online this year through our Facebook page and on our website.
Okay.
Dollar amount, whatever you're willing to give us, we will graciously take it.
Okay.
Every dollar goes back into our programs, funds our houses. We fund others in housing.
Funds our houses, funds other people in other houses. We have funded people into treatment. And really, any money that comes into the organization gets put back into the community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're a nonprofit, so it is all about our programs. We have, like I said, the 3 houses in Harford County. We are on a wait list 90% of the time, so there is no, there's definitely a need. We are very thankful for all that the county has done for us over the years. But it's the main thing I've always said is that Rage Against Addiction has been supported by our community, 100%. We are very community centered, and that's who supports us because that's who needs us.
Yeah. Wow. Well, the Markland advantage of Berkshire Hathaway, Penn Fed Realty, that's us. I was put on the spot, and we will be helping by donating, and hopefully others will follow the same. And one of the biggest things that you can do to help really spread this message is to share this podcast. We're on all the podcast platforms, and we're on Facebook and Instagram, and we're on YouTube as well. So the more that we can really share this out is going to really help this team of people who are doing amazing things get the word out about the walk and get the word out about educating people about addiction.
Are you going to come out and walk with us on April 1st?
And where's the location?
Cedar Lane.
Cedar Lane.
Yes.
Our family will be there, Tara Kuzma.
Right. We'll see you there.
You guys can create a team if you want, and
if you want to walk the whole month, create a team, and it's all.
I could actually do that.
Let's do that.
I could do that. Is there anything else you want to put me on the spot?
If you do both, you get a little discount, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Money if you sign up in person and virtually, you get a little.
Oh yeah, and our families or teams that raise the most money will get a little prize. If you win, I have my nephew. He always runs it, and he's like, I'm gonna win this year.
I feel like Heather is behind me right now.
Oh yeah,
and she's saying, "Hey, do this. Tell him to do that. Tell him to do this."
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I see you over there.
Yeah, but we do have prizes at the in-person event, and then the virtual event. There will be prizes. So.
Also, at the in-person event, there will be a lot of vendors for the recovery community, lots of treatment centers, lots of sober living, health department, Office of Drug Control Policy. So it is a great event. It's a powerful day. And please check out our website at www.rageagainstaddiction.org.
And we're going to have a food truck, too. So
we're going to have some breakfast items. You're going to get a sticker so you can put it on your car.
Let's go.
There's a lot of stuff. It starts registration opens at 8 a.m. and it's usually over by 11. So, it's not a huge time commitment that day, but we all gather. And Rachel always says this, and I like it. She says it's a very powerful day, and it really is.
Wow.
It truly is.
You're making such a huge difference. I love that. I really love that. I want to acknowledge you for just, wow. I mean, to lose a child, I can't imagine. but you've taken that and you're creating a legacy to remember your daughter by.
We have a really good team, and I've always said that the ladies in the house have helped heal me. Seeing that they can do it is just like it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And we're starting to get data now about, the people that we've, helped. We have a strong alumni who we're rehiring back into the organization.
They come back.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just really starting. And I said, we're really kind of stepping into our power right now, because all of this hard work, which we know it's not going to stop. We're going to be working, hard every day. Rachel is, amazing, and she's a great leader in recovery. And I think that's what makes our houses work, but we're a pretty good team.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Folks, you got to help these ladies out. You gave us the website, Rachel. Again, say it one more time.
Yes, it's www.rageagainstaddiction.org.
Okay, awesome. And I'm assuming you're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Give us some of those handles. How can people best reach out to you if, number one, they want to participate or help in the event, or people are finally like looking to actually get help, whether it's a family member or somebody that's struggling with addiction?
They can reach out to us through our website. There's
Okay.
an opportunity through there to leave a message. They can reach out through the Facebook as well. We
Okay.
have an Instagram, so we check all of those messages all the time. You can give us a call. I think there's Rachel's phone numbers on the website as well. So there's lots of different ways to reach out. We have the main Facebook page. We have a Harford County local chapter page. We just started a Worcester County chapter page, because we're going to be down in Ocean City for the end of event fundraiser. And we're looking for ambassadors. We're looking for people who want to help us. So if you're want to contribute to the cause and helping, reach out.
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to Rage Against Addiction. Ladies, thank you for surprising me with your presence today. I was expecting to interview one person, and we got the entourage of awesomeness up in here. So
We are Team Awesome.
Team Awesome. There you go. So Rachel, Tara, Wendy, Heather in the background that is not on camera right now. Thank you so much for coming in today. Spread this word. Again, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Markland Advantage. You can also search the TMA Connection on YouTube. All of our podcasts are everywhere, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio. It's all over the place. So please subscribe to us there. Get this message out. Share it. Let's help and make a difference in the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Until next time, folks, live your life to the fullest, and we'll see you soon. Take care.